Imagine a world where luxury knows no limits, where walls drip with gold, ceilings stretch into the heavens, and the sheer cost of a single palace could fund an entire nation. You might think your fuel car, your luxury watch, or even your high-rise apartment is impressive, but after seeing these architectural marvels, you'll realize they're nothing compared to the grand palaces of the elite. From secretive billionaire mansions to centuries-old royal citadels, today we're counting down the 10 most expensive palaces ever built. And trust me, the number one will leave your jaw on the floor. Whittenhurst Palace, London's hidden colossus. Tucked away in the quiet leafy hills of Highgate, London, Whittenhurst doesn't scream wealth, it whispers it. But once you peek behind the gates, you realise this is no ordinary residence. Often called the second largest private home in London, right after Buckingham Palace, Whittenhurst is an astonishing 90,000 square feet of Edwardian architecture. Built in the early 20th century, it was designed to show Britain's industrial barons could rival royalty in opulence. Its ballroom alone, bigger than some modern mansions, once hosted glittering parties for London's elite. Marble staircases, panelled halls, and gilded decor remind visitors that this was built not just as a home, but as a statement of dominance. Today, Whittenhurst is estimated to be worth over $450 million, and whispers still circulate about its mysterious billionaire owner. Some say it hides secret underground levels, a private escape beneath one of the busiest cities in the world. Villa Leopolda, the Riviera's crown jewel. Now we fly to the French Riviera, where sunlight bounces off turquoise waters and billionaires park their yachts. Here stands Villa Leopolda, a mansion so legendary it's practically a myth. Built on land once owned by King Leopold II of Belgium, this sprawling estate is said to have been gifted to his mistress because when you're a king, even your gifts are the size of palaces. Spanning 50 acres of gardens, the estate is rumoured to employ dozens of gardeners just to keep the grounds immaculate. Inside, the villa radiates Belle Epoque glamour, soaring ceilings, lavish frescoes, and terraces overlooking the glittering Mediterranean. Nestled on the hills of the French Riviera, Villa Leopolda isn't just real estate, it's a legend. Perched above the Mediterranean, the estate offers panoramic views that stretch for miles, with terraced gardens cascading down like steps to the sea. Every inch of this property whispers exclusivity. Even the olive and citrus groves are manicured with royal precision. Over the decades, the villa has been linked to monarchs, industrial magnates, and Hollywood elite, each adding to its mythical status. Valued at roughly $750 million, it remains one of the most desired and unattainable homes on the planet. With a value of around $750 million, Villa Leopolda isn't just a home, it's a piece of Riviera history. It has been a set for films, a retreat for royals, and the stuff of billionaire bidding wars. Dolmabahce Palace, Istanbul's golden masterpiece. Travel east to Istanbul, where Europe and Asia collide, and you'll find a palace that practically redefines excess. Dolmabahce Palace. Built in the 19th century by the Ottoman sultans, this waterside marvel sits right on the Bosphorus Strait. It was a statement of power, meant to show the world that the Ottoman Empire could outshine any European dynasty. Step inside and you're greeted with 285 rooms, 46 halls, and the world's largest Bohemian crystal chandelier, gifted by Queen Victoria herself. The palace is drenched in gold leaf. Historians estimate that 14 tons of gold were used just to decorate the ceilings. Every corner screams wealth. Marble staircases, silk carpets, and even a ceremonial hall so vast it feels like a cathedral. Today, Dolmabahce is valued at more than $1.5 billion, a breathtaking reminder of Ottoman glory. Antilia, Mumbai's vertical palace. Our countdown now takes us to Mumbai, India, where skyscrapers stretch into the sky and wealth collides with tradition. Rising 27 stories tall is Antilia, the private residence of billionaire Mukesh Ambani. Forget your idea of a normal palace. This one is vertical. Designed more like a futuristic fortress, Antilia covers 400,000 square feet with amenities that sound more like a luxury resort than a family home. We're talking multiple swimming pools, a health spa, a snow room that literally creates artificial blizzards, 3 helipads, a private movie theatre, and even hanging gardens that cascade down the sides of the building. The cost? An estimated $2 billion, making it the most expensive private residence in the modern world. For some, it's a symbol of India's rising wealth. For others, it's a controversial monument to extreme inequality. Either way, Antilia has secured its place in history. Istana Nurul Iman, the Sultan's mega palace. From Mumbai, we move to Brunei, where extravagance reaches an entirely different level. Welcome to Istana Nurul Iman, the official residence of the Sultan of Brunei, and the largest palace in the world still in use today. How large? Try 2.15 million square feet. That's bigger than the Vatican, Buckingham, and Versailles combined. The palace boasts 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, a banquet hall that seats 5,000, and even a garage big enough for the Sultan's collection of 7,000 luxury cars. Golden domes sparkle under under the tropical sun, while crystal chandeliers illuminate endless corridors of marble and silk. Built in 1984 for over $1.4 billion, its present value is estimated closer to $3.5 billion when adjusted for today. To call Istana Nurul Iman a palace almost feels unfair. It's more like an empire under a single roof. Located along the banks of the Brunei River, the name translates to Palace of the Light of Faith, a title as majestic as the building itself. Inside, you'll find a mosque large enough to hold 1,500 worshippers, a throne room coated in gold, and a network of private residences for the Sultan's family. With air-conditioned stables for hundreds of prized polo ponies and chandeliers that sparkle with diamonds, this palace shows no limit to luxury. Makes it a modern wonder of unmatched scale. It's not just a palace, it's a city of wealth, all under one roof. Winter Palace, the heart of Russian royalty. Next, we head north to Russia, where winters are harsh, but palaces glow with warmth and majesty. Standing tall in St. Petersburg is the Winter Palace, once the official residence of the Russian Tsars. Painted in a striking green and white Baroque style, this 18th century masterpiece was both a royal home and a symbol of imperial dominance. Catherine the Great herself expanded it into the cultural centerpiece of her empire. With over 1,500 rooms, the Winter Palace features gilded halls, Italian marble, priceless paintings, and ceilings painted like Renaissance cathedrals. Today, it houses the Hermitage Museum, one of the greatest art collections on Earth. Its value is estimated at over $6 billion, though its cultural worth is truly beyond calculation. Buckingham Palace, Britain's icon of monarchy. You can't talk about palaces without mentioning the most famous address in the world, Buckingham Palace in London. Built in the early 18th century and expanded over generations, Buckingham is not just the residence of the British monarch, it's the very heart of the United Kingdom's identity. With 775 rooms, including 52 royal bedrooms and 78 bathrooms, the palace is a labyrinth of tradition and statecraft. Each summer, tourists flood its grand halls, marveling at its priceless art, lavish chandeliers, and perfectly kept gardens. Its current market value? A staggering $7 billion, making it one of the priciest properties on Earth. But beyond money, Buckingham remains a living symbol of monarchy in the modern age. The Louvre Palace, Paris's cultural treasure. When you think of the Louvre, you probably imagine its iconic glass pyramid and endless halls of art. But before it became the world's most visited museum, it was a royal residence, the Louvre Palace. Originally built as a medieval fortress in the 12th century, it was transformed over centuries into a Renaissance masterpiece and the royal seat of French kings. Its long corridors, elegant courtyards, and intricate facades reflect the evolution of French power. Today, the Louvre is priceless for its cultural value, housing masterpieces like the Mona Lisa and Venus de Milo. Financially, experts peg the palace's worth at over $45 billion, making it not just the most expensive museum, but one of the most valuable palaces ever built. Palace of Versailles, the golden dream of France. Now we arrive at France's most dazzling symbol of power, the Palace of Versailles. Originally a modest hunting lodge, King Louis XIV transformed it into the ultimate statement of absolute monarchy. Versailles is the very definition of extravagance. Endless gardens, fountains that defy imagination, and the world-famous Hall of Mirrors where history itself was written. Every detail drips with luxury. Gold trim, crystal chandeliers, marble columns, and ceilings painted to glorify the Sun King himself. The palace and its sprawling estate cover 2,000 acres, large enough to swallow small towns. Today, Versailles is valued at around $50 billion, but to France, its importance is beyond money. It represents an era when kings ruled like gods and their homes were temples of unmatched splendor. The Forbidden City, China's imperial crown. Finally, we reach number one, the ultimate palace, the grand finale of human ambition, the Forbidden City in Beijing. For nearly 500 years, this vast complex was home to the emperors of China. Covering 180 acres with nearly 1,000 buildings, it's not just a palace, it's an entire walled city, hidden from the outside world for centuries. Built in the early 15th century, its golden roofs, red walls, and symmetrical design follow ancient principles of feng shui, symbolizing harmony and divine authority. Every courtyard, every hall, every dragon-carved throne whispers tales of dynasties that shaped history. Today, the Forbidden City is priceless, but estimates place its value at over $70 billion, making it the most expensive palace on Earth. Beyond its staggering cost, it stands as a reminder that true power leaves monuments that last for centuries. So there you have it, from hidden billionaire mansions to sprawling royal complexes. These are the 10 most expensive palaces in the world. Each one isn't just a building, it's a story of ambition, wealth, and legacy carved into stone. If you enjoyed this countdown of luxury and power, make sure to subscribe to Mr. Rich, because the next video might just reveal treasures even greater than these.